For backhand flick, let's first talk about the body movement, okay? You have to remember this. A true backhand flick starts with your feet. It's less about the friction on your hand. The demand there isn't as high. What's harder is that your body absolutely must get into position. Remember this. The backhand flick relies on the body. If your body positioning is wrong, you can't flick it. Especially the backhand flick, it can cover a short ball to the forehand. Because the backhand flick is a relatively versatile shot. You can flick from the forehand side, the middle, or the backhand side, right? In that case, the demands on our footwork are very high. So, the first step in learning the backhand flick is footwork. Find the rhythm of stepping in. Then we can talk about the hand movement to contact the ball. So how do you find this rhythm? Can you flick the half-long balls? Yes. You can, but if you can tell it's half-long, if you can judge it from the first bounce. I use my body as the reference. I find the feeling of positioning. Don't flick like this, reaching out. That way, you absolutely cannot flick the ball. You can't use your body power. The spin from your arm alone is not enough. Instead, remember to use your feet. Move according to the ball's position. Can you only flick topspin? Of course not. You can flick any spin. Alright, let's continue. You must get the feeling of positioning right. Where is my body? Remember, stepping in for a backhand flick is the same as for a short forehand, a short backhand, or a push. You must find the feeling of getting into position into steps. Don't see the ball coming and think, I want to flick it, and just lunge like this. Or if I'm in the middle and the ball is here, and I just reach over and flick, then your footwork rhythm is off, and your body position won't let you generate power. Don't flick in one step. One step flicks, one step reaches. It's absolutely impossible to flick well like that. How to take 2 steps. Even if the ball is a short backhand, I still want to take 1, 2 steps in. See? 1, 2 steps. I need to find that rhythm. Only then can I truly get my body over the table and my hand can work powerfully. Otherwise, it's not like pushing, where I might get away with a reach, right? I can kind of reach and push, but the flick is different. If your body position is wrong, your hand is completely ineffective. You must find the feeling of 1, 2. The 1, 2 feeling is crucial. Remember, the first step is positioning. Get your positioning right, then your hand movement makes sense. If your positioning is wrong, no matter how good your technique looks, it's useless. Depending on the ball's location, we adjust with our footwork. I can't just go for a very short ball like this. Even if it's short, or half long, maybe a bit slower, I can't just chase after it like this. If I go for it like this, I definitely can't flick it properly. You can practice the first step of the backhand flick first, no swing needed. How to practice? Look, you find this feeling. Where's the ball? I move there. See the ball's position and move to it. Practice like this first. Get this feeling, get this rhythm right. Then you can really flick well. Or practice like this. Don't make a stroke yet. Just step up to the table. Where's the ball? Where's my body? Lock in that rhythm. Then learning the hand movement later makes sense. Let me show you a couple more. Ball here. Ball here. Where's the ball? You must find this feeling to flick. Again. Ball here, step in. Ball was here, step. 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 That one's a bit long. Step in, rhythm. 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 First, you must practice this finding the right position. Then everything else you practice makes sense. Use 2-step footwork to find the position for the flick. Where's the ball? Where am I? Only then can my hand work effectively. Now, let's talk about the hand movement. For the backhand flick, everyone must remember. The backhand flick requires using your fingers. To generate spin, to really brush the ball, you must apply finger power. This finger power is related to your grip. Remember this for the backhand flick. It's not about the wrist. Let me keep it simple today. It's not the wrist. Don't think that for a backhand flick, I just need to flick my wrist back and find the feeling of brushing the ball. What should you find? Find the feeling of your fingers applying force. How do your fingers apply force? It's related to how you hold the racket. For the backhand flick, as we've said before about backhand shots, when you play backhand, for backhand blocks, drives, or loops, it's always the fingers. Which fingers? Find the feeling of your thumb and index finger pressing and supporting the racket. This relates to our grip. Holding the racket like this, you absolutely cannot flick. Remember this grip makes flicking impossible. Your fingers can't apply force, and flicking like this won't generate any spin. You'll hit the net, or send the ball wide. So, how should we grip it? Move your whole thumb higher on the racket. See the side of my thumb, press it against the rubber here. Then, straighten your index finger, and wrap the remaining 3 fingers around. In this position, I can fully feel the power from my fingers. In the beginning, when practicing the flick, hold it like this to feel it. Holding it like this, I can feel in my hand the fingers brushing the ball. If your flick is already pretty good and you want to improve further, you can hold it like this. Let me tell you, players with a strong backhand often use an exaggerated grip like this for flicking. Hold it like this when starting. As your level improves, if you get more advanced, holding it like this is also fine. And also note this, the grip should be looser. This way, don't hold the handle too deeply. The shallower your grip, the better you'll feel the whip and snap at contact. That lets you put more spin on the ball, make it more penetrating, and handle spinnier balls with more explosive power. So remember the grip. 1. Thumb higher. 2. Definitely hold it looser. Then, finally, you can access that explosive power. That covers the first 2 points about the hand and grip. Now, for us amateur players, when you're just starting to practice the backhand flick, you don't have to start with heavy backspin. When you're beginning, you can first practice flicking side spin, topspin balls. Remember, you can flick backspin or side spin, topspin. You can flick any of them. Maybe many people have told you before to extend your wrist in, right, or to drop the racket head down. We must remember, where we take the racket back depends on the ball's spin. Not every backhand flick requires you to drop the racket low and brush from low to high. I find the forearm position, relax the fingers, and as the forearm draws back. Actually, this means my wrist naturally gets a bit of that internal rotation. It's not that I hear backhand flick and I go like this. Don't just twist your wrist, find the feeling of using the forearm. Watch, as the forearm draws back, with your fingers, with your grip, you naturally get that internal rotation. When I think about the stroke too, the forearm initiates it. Remember this, to produce heavy spin, to flick with high quality, the forearm must initiate the power. The fingers and wrist mainly provide stability for the brush. But to really get quality, you need more power from the arm. After the forearm draws back, the forearm leads, then the fingers follow. As we step in, the forearm draws back, it brings the fingers forward and then snaps back. Then, as the forearm powers forward, the fingers grab the racket. Find this feeling. Find this feeling. Don't look for a twist in the wrist, it's the forearm and fingers. Focus on these two. See? Ball comes, I plan it's a backhand flick. First, I step in, 1, 2. As I step in, while stepping, my forearm already forms natural internal rotation. Then, at contact, it's my fingers grabbing the racket and driving forward. Let me show you what it looks like. Release, then grab. Release, grab, release, grab, release, grab. When you're starting out, watch. Practice flicking side spin, topspin serves. This way, it's easier to find the feeling. You can serve like this, okay? Ah, never mind, just serve normally, a bit shorter. First, practice this feeling. Watch. After I step in, and drive from back to front. Back to front. This feeling. Let's practice flicking side spin first. After stepping in, it's that feeling of driving from back to front. Don't try to create arc. Just drive back to front. Don't use force yet. First, get the rhythm right. I contact the ball. Just get it on the table first. First, find the rhythm of the backhand flick. No power yet in the rhythm. Step up, draw back. Step up, right? Find the feeling of applying power. Start by practicing flicking crosscourt. Right, crosscourt. Flicking down the line. Flicking down the line. Same idea. The direction you flick depends on your power direction. Your power direction is controlled by how you turn your body. When flicking crosscourt, as you step in, your whole body should face the crosscourt line. Body facing the crosscourt line. Body facing crosscourt to flick. Body faces crosscourt to flick. Body faces down the line to flick. See, down the line. Down the line to. Body faces the line to flick. It's the same for crosscourt. As I step in, if I want to flick this line, even on the forehand side, I also make sure my body faces the crosscourt line. Where does the body face is where the hand drive. As you step in, forearm pronation. See, from back to front. Straight line, back to front. Straight line, straight back to front. From back to front. Start by just getting it on the table, okay? Right, start by practicing like this. It's a step-by-step process. Practice this way first. Now, here's a key detail for the backhand flick. A crucial detail for flicking. As you step in, you must find a rhythm. Wait for the ball to bounce up, to jump. Many players, the reason their backhand flick is poor is they flick immediately as they step in. Your rhythm is off, and you can't generate power with your hand. Let me show you the difference in rhythm. We must find the ball as it jumps up, and wait a moment, then flick. Watch. After it jumps up, look at this rhythm. After it comes down a bit, then flick. Wait after the bounce, then flick. Not like this, flicking as I step in. That timing is wrong. Flicking like this has no rhythm. See this rhythm? It's incorrect. With topspin, I might still get it on the table. But with backspin, my rhythm would be all wrong. Before flicking, wait a moment. After your feet are in position, pause. Wait for the ball to jump up, then flick. Feel that. This is not waiting. Many people flick long balls like this. Flicking like this, you'll make mistakes. Flicking like this leads to errors. You'll definitely make mistakes this way. With topspin, I might get it on. But with backspin, it won't go on at all. How to wait? Watch. Ball jumps up. Look at this rhythm. Same if I want to add power. Hitting early, at the peak, is pointless. Wait for the right point, let it jump, pause, then flick it out. Flick it out. See, if I want to add more power, I accelerate within that same rhythm. Don't accelerate at the very early peak. This is hitting too early. That's hitting too early. You can't flick like this. Wait for it to drop a bit. Wait, then flick. Wait, then flick. It's a rhythm issue, okay. Many players struggle with the flick because of this problem here. Why wait? Waiting helps you find the right contact point. It also lets you gather and release power better.